get good advice. Do not give up. Listen here to AJ's part, but she takes science and a little art, so you can recover hard, recover smart, recover hard, recover smart. Trust your mind, trust your heart, recover hard, recover smart, recover smart.
Kayaka runner and former netballer AJ Davis ruptured her ACL during a netball game on November the 19th, 2024. In Recover Hard, Recover Smart, AJ interviews athletes, coaches, and other experts to learn real-world insight to help guide all sports people through the dark and challenging journey of recovering from injury.
Recover smart. Recover smart.
Hi, AJ Davis here. Thanks for tuning into this chat with Erin Inglis. Erin is a state hockey player, and a few things that surprised me in the chat that I want to draw your attention to are what Erin thought was the most difficult part of her recovery and the various strategies that she used to overcome this, as well as how her experience with a long-term injury has changed her mindset on approaching challenges in the future. I hope you find this helpful. Today I'm joined by Erin. She is a state hockey player, being a part of the SA Under-16 state team in 2024. Erin had a knee surgery in November 2024, and she is here to talk with me about her rehab journey. Erin, what kind of knee surgery did you have?
So the knee surgery I had, I'm not entirely sure of the name, but I think it was something to do with my patella. So I dislocated my knee 3 times. They had to repair the patella tendon, and then they also moved my bone down a bit.
So wait, you needed the knee surgery because you kept dislocating your knee?
Yep.
Oh yeah. And so is that helped and it stops dislocating now?
Yeah.
Okay. So your rehab from your knee surgery would have been slightly different to an ACL rehab. Can you talk me through what your rehab was like and what did it involve?
So first of all, there was a lot of x-rays just to make sure that it was in place, properly. And so it didn't mess anything up. After that, I went straight to the physio, and the brace that I had was positioned a bit lower. So it supported the whole knee instead of the ACL, but it is the same brace that is used for an ACL injury.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of my strength in my right leg, which is the knee that I had surgery on, was all pretty much lost 90% of the strength. So I still had most of my hamstring strength, but it was just the quad strength. So right now I'm just focusing on strengthening my quad and then my glutes and my hips, just to make sure that it can support the whole leg.
Oh yeah. Has your knee fully recovered yet?
It's not fully recovered, unfortunately, because there's been a few setbacks with time and going to the gym.
Oh yeah.
But it's about 3/4 of the way there.
Do you know how long your rehab would typically take?
For a knee injury, it's anywhere from 6 months to 12 months.
Okay.
So yeah, right now I'm about 9-10 months in, I think.
Oh yeah. Good job. Do you plan on going back to hockey once your knee is fully recovered?
Yeah, so next, because the position I play in hockey is a goalkeeper, it's in a lot of need because my club doesn't have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So next year, I am aiming to go back and play in 2 different teams.
Nice. And do you plan to try out for the state team again?
If I get the opportunity, then yeah, I would love to.
What was the hardest part of your recovery and how did you overcome this?
The hardest part of my recovery was getting the motivation to go to the gym, because it's pretty sad having all your strength lost, and it was hard. It's hard to do like certain motions because from before the surgery, like I was able to like easily do like wall sits and planks and like squats, but like now because I lost so much strength, like it's a bit hard seeing like my knee like shaking when I'm doing like really things that used to be really easy. So yeah.
What has your mindset been like during your recovery?
At the start, I was pretty like slow to it because I was just kind of like it is like a pretty painful procedure. So I was up like a few minutes. So like at the start, I was probably unmotivated because it was like hard to exercise without being in a lot of pain. But as it's like healed, there's been like heaps less pain. So I've been like more motivated to go to the gym and like excited to get better and then return to sport.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. Who has your biggest support team been during this process?
My biggest probably been a mix of my family and then my gym buddy that I go to the gym with. They're always motivating me to like try like my hardest and like reminding me of like the end goal. Like when I'm like maybe too tired to go to the gym or something, then they'll just like remind me like, oh, next year you're gonna be returning.
Yeah. Do you have like a physio and do they give you programs for your recovery?
Yeah. So I go to my physio SA at Martin and we basically do strength tests and then she gives me like a program and then we go into the gym area and then she sorts out like based on the weakest areas, like which like she gives me exercises that target those like main points. Like for quad strength right now, I'm doing a lot of like split squats or like leg press.
What was the most important thing to you on the days to get you through where you felt like giving up or you were unmotivated? Like what strategy did you use for that?
I was really motivated by some of my friends that are like playing hockey still. So the ones that were in my team, like they'll be like messaging me like, oh, like we miss you, like we can't wait for you to come back next year. So that's like a good motivator.
Nice. How do you think this experience might shape the way you approach challenges in the future?
I'll probably be able to be more resilient in everything because I've been through like a very painful and like annoying situation. I'll be able to like if I just do something and like roll my ankle or something, I'll be able to like not immediately get like upset and I can just like be like, oh, there's I guess like light at the end of the tunnel or something. Like I can I can recover and like come back. So yeah.
What advice would you give to someone just coming out of knee surgery and about to start their rehab journey?
I would say just remember to do your exercises because I definitely forgot a couple of times. And just like remind yourself of the end goal because like you could return like so much faster. You just have to like really like lock in and focus.
Great advice, Erin. And that'll finish off the episode. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Recover Hard, Recover Smart. If you found this useful, AJ would really appreciate it if you let a friend know about it. She knows that recovery is hard, but this podcast is doing its best to shine a light on some smart ways of getting through it. If you'd like to learn more about AJ's story and this podcast and discover other resources and insights to help you on your recovery journey, visit this website, recoverhardrecoversmart.com.au. That's recoverhardrecoversmart.com.au.
Recover hard, recover smart, recover hard, recover smart. Trust your mind, trust your heart, recover hard, recover smart.